thought when they heard SNAP benefits, it was only going to hit the black folks. So
white Republicans love blaming black folks whenever they get denied government assistance by the politicians they elect.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, reading me this, but a lot of people actually found out that they are the ones who actually receive the government assistance the most. They are the one with the highest percentage, almost 80% that receive the highest government assistance. Do you know what they did? They turn around to blame black people of the SNAP benefit card, like the EBT card. They blame it on black people. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into
Too many privileged white people are coming here on this app and they're talking about people that benefit from food stamps, which most of them happen to be white. Most of them happen to live in Republican states, red state. Now, don't blame the Democrats because this is absolutely Trump's doing. He can fund it if he wanted to. He's funding ICE. He's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Why are you not mad with him? The only thing the Democrats want to do is make sure that you have affordable health care. And people are getting their notice. So not only you're not going to have your food stamps until the government is back in order, but you're going to have a big freaking health care bill coming January. And before you start coming over here complaining about the Democrats, I need you to go to the videos in which people are crying. Teachers, healthcare professionals, in which their insurance has doubled or even tripled. Good luck on trying to get food and trying to stay healthy. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but this is the frustration that we have with you, a lot of MAGA people, because you guys still haven't done your due diligence in reading Project 2025, in which they are trying to destabilize the government and that they want to do away with all the safety net. Why? Because it caused chaos. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be just fine. It's going to be the black and brown people because we have always been resilient. How about you go to your legislator and tell them how much your insurance premium is going up? Or how about you tell your legislator you want me to have children, you want me to raise children, but you don't want to give me money to feed these children. Stop telling women what to do with their body if you're not going to help them in the end. Anyway, my recommendation for you is to download the app called 5. Call your legislators, call your senator. Just want you to know that the Republicans will not negotiate with the Democrats. And this is why they're doing this.
TikTok is in a frenzy, and while I have my voice right now, I'm going to use that hoe. They don't understand how their SNAP benefits are being cut off in November. They literally thought when they heard SNAP benefits, it was only going to hit the black folks, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. When the government shuts down, it does not just shut down for one particular group of people. It shuts down for everybody and they fucking mama. So, yes, white people in the Midwest, these Appalachian white folks, y'all ain't going to have y'all shit either. Now, I am going to say this. When you decided to vote for that man, you put a wild card on the table during UNO. You don't know which way this man is going to go. And no, I am not blaming Democrats once again. They are holding the fucking line for the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid. Something you white folks on SNAP need. So y'all better buckle up. Now, if there's an uptick in shoplifting in grocery stores, if y'all see that shit, be like Pam on Martin. I ain't seen jack. Because we ain't seen none of it. Now, food banks are going to have a hard time because you already got federal workers that don't have any benefits whatsoever right now, are not getting paid. You also have people in the armed services that are not getting paid that are lined up at those damn food banks. Now you got over 40-something million people that will not be receiving their SNAP that's going to need food as well. So I do expect an uptick in shoplifting. Do what the fuck you got to do to survive. Baby, TikTok, like for real, get me off of it. I need black people to start commenting ASAP because I'm over there and them asses are talking about, oh my God, do y'all know SNAP benefits come from us? We give out SNAP benefits. It comes from us. It was created for y'all. The first white person to receive SNAP benefits was what, 1939? And her name was Maybelle and she lived in New York. And baby, when black folks tried to get it, they excluded the sharecroppers as well. And then white wholesalers manipulated the program and profited off of it, leaving black folks out to the dust. Now what stopped that shit was the Food Stamp Act of 1964. 64, y'all. My mama was born in 65. So let me get this straight. White people, y'all have benefited off of food stamps longer than any other race in this fucking country. Black folks just got that that shit for real in 1964. Hell, we got that before we got our voting rights. And then in the 1980s, y'all got pissed off that we were getting actual help. And y'all started coming up with the trope, the welfare queen, saying black people and black women in particular were using food stamps to get over on the government, leading to increased restrictions and eligibility. Restrictions only harmed low-income people of color, i.e. black folks. i.e. black folks. As of 2023, 37% of white people in America are on SNAP, 26% are black, and 16% are Hispanic. So who's really living off our shit? Y'all get on my nerves. Somebody.
White Republicans love blaming black folks whenever they get denied government assistance by the politicians they elect. Let's get into it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm about to say something and I don't give a fuck whose feelings I hurt. You ready for this? So much I gotta put my phone down and be ready for it. The crash out over motherfuckers losing EBT benefits got me dead right now. When I fucking moved to Indiana, I didn't have shit. Almost no money in my pocket. I found a job at a gas station. I was making like fucking 20 grand a year, maybe 25 if I was lucky, right? I applied for benefits when I first moved to Indiana. I couldn't get them as a single mom with no support system. And they told me, no, you make too much money. And now you motherfuckers who have been on these programs for over 20 fucking years got the audacity to be mad that those benefits are being taken from you. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitching about how you're being done so wrong and you need all this fucking help still while you're recording from a fucking almost $2,000 cell phone. While you got lashes as long as my fucking broom. While your nails are as long as my fucking toothbrush. Are you kidding me right now? Y'all got me fucked up. Welcome to reality of paying your own fucking bills. Let me know how fun it is, okay?
So she moves her kid and her to a shithole Republican state, gets a job at a gas station making poverty wages, and instead of blaming the gas station owner for paying her jack shit, he's probably a Republican, I'm sure, instead of blaming the Republican policies in the state that she moved to for denying her assistance that she went to sign up for. It was just fine when she went to go sign up for it, but now she's pissed off that other people are getting it. Instead of blaming the Republican policies, that the states control who gets SNAP. Okay, the feds fund it, the states decide who gets it. Instead of blaming the Republicans in their state, she turns around and blames black folks, particularly black women, it sounds like. It's the same shit we hear from Marjorie Taylor Greene when she talks about Jasmine Crockett, the eyelashes and the nails and all this racist dog whistle shit that white people do. And these people wonder why nobody wants to sit next to them at Thanksgiving while they get disowned by family. It's because you're shit-ass, terrible, racist fucking people.
Yeah, I mean, what it really comes down to is they would rather see black, indigenous people of color and immigrant families suffer than actually keep themselves or their families alive. Like, that's where we're at. They'll choose white supremacy even if it kills them and their family.
If you are naive enough to think that the pause to SNAP benefits on November 1st isn't going to affect you because you don't receive food stamps, I want you to hear this. About 1 in 8 Americans receive SNAP benefits. In fact, in Oklahoma, where I live, that's 1 in 6 people. So about 600,000 people in my state alone, Oklahoma, receive SNAP benefits. About 1 in 4 children in the U.S. receive SNAP benefits. But you're not one of those people, so you don't care. But hang with me. When those benefits go away, just about $9 billion in grocery spending vanishes. So you've got to be thinking about not just the grocery stores being able to stay open and pay their employees, but you have to think about the entire supply chain, trucks on the road, people who provide food to these grocery stores. $9 billion. Every dollar spent in SNAP benefits adds about $1.50 to $1.80 to the economy. So cutting those benefits isn't saving that dollar, it's taking away that $1.50 to your local economy. But you don't receive SNAP benefits, you don't work for a grocery store, you don't drive a truck, you don't give a shit. But when all of those things happen, the only way to combat that is to drastically increase the price of groceries. Grocery prices are already up over 3% in 2025 alone, which is almost an entire percentage higher than the average increase in grocery prices over the last 20 years. I thought they were supposed to go down day one though. So even if SNAP benefits only pause for 1 month, which by the way would be detrimental to all the people I mentioned before that you don't give a shit about, it will cost the economy roughly $13 to $14 billion in profit. And you can expect your grocery prices in just that 1 month to go up at least 1%. and states will stand to lose about $300 to $500 million in sales tax revenue. So even if you do not receive SNAP benefits, you never have, you never will, you do not want these to be paused on November 1st.
Donald Trump is the first president in our history to cut off food benefits, SNAP, for American citizens. Let me repeat myself. Donald Trump is the first president in 249 years to cut off EBT food benefits that benefit veterans, children.
If you or someone you know is in a red state and they've received SNAP benefits, food stamps, you need to listen to this message and you need to warn everyone. It's looking like as of November 1st, if this shutdown continues, most of the red states are going to zero out the balances of the food stamps that have already been distributed. So if people are saving their food stamps for the next month, I would recommend you don't do that and you go spend the balance now. Get all the food you need before it's too late. There was a town hall meeting with a bunch of Texas reps, and in that meeting they said that the balances would be zeroed out. So it is super important that Americans who receive SNAP benefits that are in any red state, I know Texas was the only one that was on that town hall, but I wouldn't trust any of them because they want to be cruel, sick fucks. Talk to your elder family, talk to your veterans, talk to everyone you know, and make sure that if they are in a red state, I would just, if they're in any state, to be honest with you, and they have a balance, they need to go and spend that balance and stock up on food now.
The system doesn't need to silence the poor anymore because now the poor do it for them.
This message is for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money?
Every few weeks, she posts another rant about people on food stamps. 1 week, she's tired of hearing people complain. The next, she says she literally wants to fight a woman over what she bought with her EBT card. And I couldn't understand the fixation. Why was she so obsessed? Until I saw this.
I've been on food stamps before because I had to.
It's what happens when struggling people start punching down on struggling people. When you somehow convince yourself that you're middle class, but you're actually poor. That's how the system wins, by getting people to fight each other rather than questioning it. Struggling people turn on other struggling people instead of realizing they're all being squeezed by the same system. This part stood out to me.
And not for nothing, I saw this woman that said she was getting $1,100 a month in food stamps.
But here's the twist. That video was probably fake.
So guess what I'm doing for the first time in 12 years? Okay? I am getting up, I'm ready, did my hair, took my shower, brushed my teeth, and I'm going to do my community service hours. Why community service hours, do you ask? Because they told me in order to keep my food stamps, I would have to do 15 hours of community service per week. That's at minimum. I can do more if I want to, which I probably will because I don't have anything else going on. And my kids are in daycare since I qualified for subsidized childcare.
This woman is actually a satire creator. Her bio literally says, satire mom content, rage bait. Usually she tags it as satire, but that day she didn't and people believed her. Her comments were full of rage. Lazy, entitled, stealing from taxpayers. But rage gets clicks. And when fake content goes viral, it turns real people, real families who actually need SNAP into punching bags. And then there's this one.
Y'all ain't hear me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
The food was already on the belt. If she was stealing, why load it up? Because she's not real. The woman doesn't exist. The entire video is AI generated. And people still flooded the comments, calling her names, mocking her weight, her class, her existence, all over a person that literally isn't human. And as someone who is constantly accused of being AI, I want y'all to learn the difference. Real people, real stories, real voices are being drowned out by fake ones, and it's only making us angrier at each other.
How government assistance made white America rich, part 2. So not only did banks not give loans to black families, the Homeowners Loan Corporation, a federal agency, made these maps saying which places were safe to invest and which weren't. Y'all already know which neighborhoods they thought weren't safe to invest in. Meanwhile, if you were white, you likely had really generous loan terms and didn't have to pay much in a down payment. By the beginning of the 1970s, 11 million Americans had purchased a house thanks to FHA/VA financing. Only 2% were African American. But let's say you're a black family that saved up a huge amount of money and want to buy a house. Then you run into racial covenants. These were legal documents that prevented black, Asian, Latinx, and Jewish people from purchasing homes in these neighborhoods. So as these white families are paying off their very generous mortgages, the value of their houses are going up. This is equity. They sell their houses for a lot of money, and they use that money for education, to start businesses, to invest in more investments. And as a result, communities of colors were really left behind.
42 million Americans receive SNAP benefits, EBT, food stamps, whatever you want to call it, and in about a week, on November 1st, there will be no more funding, and people's SNAP cards will not have funds loaded on them, which means they will be going hungry. 39% of SNAP benefits in this country go to children, are feeding children. Children are going to go hungry in a week. For everybody asking, what do we do, what should we do, protest doesn't work, feed your neighbors, feed people. This is the time. You need to invite people into your homes to feed them. Start a Food Not Bombs chapter. I don't have all the answers, but there is a clear problem and a clear call to action right now, and that is in 1 week, people are going to go hungry, and it is your job to feed your neighbors. I used to run a Food Not Bombs chapter, and that involved getting food that otherwise would have been thrown out from grocery stores or restaurants, preparing it into a hot, healthy meal, and serving it on the street to literally anyone who wanted it. When I lived in Kansas City, there was a guy on my block that would go to the food bank once a week, and he would get gallons of milk for all of the people on my street that didn't have cars and couldn't carry home heavy groceries, and he would just leave the gallon of milk on their porch. I also ran a carpool for some kids on my block, and I always made sure that I had healthy snacks, I had breakfast, I would pick them up from sports practice or take them to school, and I always made sure that I had food available for them, just in case they didn't have it at home. This involves talking to your neighbors and knowing where people are at and what their needs are, but I implore you in some way, if you feel like you need to do something, you feel compelled to take action, feed your neighbors.
Seriously, lovelies, I actually see this as a norm. This is just something that is a constant thing. It's a repetitive stuff. If something goes perfectly, if something is, if something is good, positive, okay, nobody gives credit to who credit is due, even though the credit needs to be due to some people. But when it goes south, when it goes sour and people are complaining, there must always be a way to channel it to make it look like, oh, this part of people or this demographic of people are the reason why we are in this situation right now. That is it. Okay, 3 days ago or 2 days ago, I stitched a video about some historical fact on how this government assistance came to be, on the people who actually benefited more, even though the said people thought that it was the black community, the immigrant, or the minority groups are the ones who benefit more with the government assistance. Even though that's all lies and fallacy. Now, with all of the research I made, it came to our attention that people who actually benefit more, and black people have always been saying this for decades, are actually, white people, almost 80%, right? Almost 80%. Not only that, I staged a video about a pan-colored woman showcasing and, showing her government or her, her money, what she was able to get on the month of October, almost 5K or even more than. People were shocked. How is it even possible? Right? And now, all of a sudden, they thought when they talked about the SNAP benefits, oh my God, government shutdown, food stamps getting taken away, by November. At first, so many people, especially the other side, actually thought that it was going to affect, these black people that is so lazy. They use this term, black people are lazy and are all depending on government assistance. But now the reality has actually struck, and people are beginning to realize the truth. So many people are now going around looting and raiding Walmart, even though Walmart is trying their best in their own capacity to actually help these people, but no, there are some people that also goes around to loot. You know, not only that, now I am going through my For You. I see some couple of videos and stitches, and people are now blaming it on the black people. Oh my god. Is there anything that will go wrong that they wouldn't try to point fingers at people that looks like me? Like, why is it that some people are just so predictable? And I like the fact that white people are beginning to see. It was even actually a pan-colored man that I stitched his video who made my eyes open. They're beginning to see that, oh, these people that we thought that they are they have the highest percentage of crime are not even the problems. These people we thought that they were the ones who received the government assistance the most, they are not even the ones. These people who actually thought that they commit the highest crime, they commit the highest pew, oh, they are not. Now they're beginning to find out that, oh, we are our own problems. We are our own doom. We are our own, fallouts. We are the reason why things are falling apart. But then again, there is some group of people who still want to justify that, oh, we are just very perfect and black people are the problem. Like, they're very, very dictatable. I was talking to a friend when I stitched the video, the said video, the looting video. And, sometimes I just go live with, some of my good people on TikTok. I just go to their live and to just get myself educated. And I was having a chit chat, and I was like, don't be surprised that most of the things that is going on right now, they might look for a way to turn it and say that, oh, black people are the ones doing this. And now, pew, look at it. Look at it. Like, they're so predictable. I'm not saying all. There are so many, where people I respect out there who is calling all of the BS out. I respect them a lot. And if we can have more people like that calls this BS out, I think the world might actually be a better place for all races. It won't be a world of being discriminatory because of the color of your skin, or not you getting a SNAP benefit, or maybe getting lesser than what you're supposed to or ought to get. Like, when is the world just going to be a world of everyone being treated equally, no matter your race, your skin color, or where you come from? We are all human and we all bleed the same color. Why always abortioning blame and people who are just still minding their business? Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video? And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So, lovelies, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Give me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not, support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe, leave a thought, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.